Hello, hello. How are you? This is an unannounced conversation that I decided to come in here and just join and have a conversation from my heart to your heart. I hope that everyone is doing well and welcoming a brand new month. Hi Francia, hi Mari. Welcoming a brand new month and ready to step in to your purpose in the month of October. I don't know if you got a chance to read my post on my main feed today, but usually I like to reflect on what each month symbolizes to my life and take it from there. And I know that just like the leaves turn their colors, it's because there's a moment of death that has to happen in everything that is a living creature, and then nature is included in that too. So just like the leaves are falling off of the trees as a symbol that old things die and they have to be removed and they have to leave and they have to go to make space for the new things that are going to grow in our lives. I know that the shift happens when you stay grounded in your faith, when you stay grounded in whatever is at your core, in your foundation. Think about a tree. Like, no matter how many leaves fall off of the tree, the tree remains standing, because the tree doesn't stand because of the leaves. The tree stands because of the roots that are digging deep into the ground. That has taken years and years. And I like to believe that we are like that tree, that we, no matter what happens to us, no matter how much we have been pruned or we are being pruned, we are a work in progress, we must remain strong, we must remain standing, we must remain positioned in the foundation on which we are building our life, our future, our goals. And thank you, Mari. I took a shower today because I felt good, and I blow dried my hair. I didn't let it air dry, and I didn't do the curly French fries like Noemi calls them. I have a lot of things on my to-do list that has to get done, but I felt the need to come in here and check with you first, because as coaches, I think a lot of things go through our minds, and we go through this moment of, am I really cut out for this? Am I really meant to be a coach? Am I really prepared to be a coach? And the truth of the matter is, the reason that you become a coach is because you want to grow, you want to improve, you want to become better. Not because you have any expertise or because you know more than somebody else. It's just the fact that you are putting yourself in a position of, I'm going to be the role model for somebody else, and I'm going to put myself in a position of teacher. So I'm going to learn, and what I learn, I'm going to teach. And what I get, I'm going to give. And what I receive, I'm going to give forward. I'm going to pay it forward. And I'm going to do that because I have received so much that how can I hold back, right? And with that being said, I want to ask you to really examine your role right now as a coach. I want you to look at your journey, whether you've been a coach for a month, 2 months, a year, 3 years. I'm coming into my 8th year as a coach. And although I came in this career really just because I wanted the discount, I really just wanted to see what this was all about, and I didn't want to pay full price for my product. And then I just wanted to give back what I was receiving, because I had gotten so much out of just the community, just the connections, just the strangers that I was able to see through these 4 little boxes that we connected through in our Facebook groups. And I just wanted to pay it forward. And then it became my need to make it work so that it could become my sole source of income. So the reason why you started, it may not be the reason why you're still here, but you still have to figure out, why are you here? Like, why are you still here? Like, why are you still showing up? Why do you still show up? Why do you still feel the tug in your heart that makes you want to come in here and or show up on social media? And then I want you to put a gauge on it and decide, am I being a hot coach? Am I being a cold coach? Am I being a wishy-washy coach? And what that means is I'm hot because I'm inspired, I'm motivated, I'm looking at all of the people that want to be part of this, and I'm excited. I'm so looking forward to showing up. I'm hot, I'm focused, I'm going for it, I'm in the mood of progress, I'm there. But then you're in that mood of I'm cold because you know what? I don't seem to make any progress. I'm not making any movement. I'm not seeking the growth that I'm expecting. And I'm truly stuck. I'm like, is this for me? I'm really not there. So then you get cold and you move away and you stay back. But then you have these moments of just like the wind. You come in, you go out. You come in, you go out. One day you feel up to it, you show up and you go all in, you do the activities, and then something happens and bloom, you fall off. And you decide, you know what, this isn't for me. But then midweek you decide, you know what, I'm all in, I'm going in, I'm gonna do all the things, and in that stop and go activity, you lose steam, you lose focus, you lose energy, you lose your reasons why. So decide, where are you right now? Am I a hot coach? Am I focused? Am I decided? Am I determined? Am I deciding to do this regardless of whether or not somebody's going to be with me next year, next month, whatever? And I started with the analogy of the trees because it's okay for the leaves to fall off the tree. It's okay to lose people. It's okay to lose steam. But it's not okay to lose your foundation, to lose your stand, to lose where you decided the minute you became a coach. That's not okay to let it go. You gotta go back and figure out what is it that you're holding on to. And then after you decide, okay, what kind of coach am I? Now you can go all in and do the activities that you've decided that you wanted to do. I understand that there's a few things that I know as a leader, as a coach, I don't want to be for somebody else. And that is, I don't want to be the one to pull and tug, because that makes me exhausted as a leader. I want to be the one that walks to the side of you. And I sent out a message at the beginning of September requesting, your goals, to get specific with me. Until this day, there's a few of you who haven't even opened that message. Which shows me that you're not interested, and that's okay. I'm not here to judge you. I'm just here to let you know that don't judge others because they're not showing up to you in the way you expect them to be. Because we have these expectations, but then are we truly putting our part of it too? And that's my next conversation. So I was listening to my personal development, and he was like, speaking about did I ask you? It was Stephen Furtick, and it was one of these last Sundays. And then this is a heart to heart, so I would love it if you guys wrote in the comments if you can. I know some of you may be listening while you're driving, or you may be listening at work, but come back to it and just interact with me and let me know where you are. Which type of coach are you? Have your reasons for starting this business changed for you since the moment you started? And where are you looking at yourself as of right now? So another thing that got me thinking in the month of September was the strength or the power behind the no. I got a lot of no's. I set out the month of September on fire. I was excited because of the momentum that we had in July and August. So September, I envisioned it as a powerful, yes, we're going to make it. We're going to continue rank advancements. We're going to continue bringing in lots of people into our groups. But it went like this, down. And most of that came down because school happened, because of the fires in California and in the West, everything naturally was happening. And then I got sick, so my own family came in and I had to put priorities in order, and my my level of grit and hustle kind of like swayed, and would focus more on doing the bare minimums to be able to sustain my responsibility as a mom, as a wife, as a homemaker, as well as keeping up with my own health and mindset. So then came the whole idea of, I continued to invite people to be a part of this, but I was getting a lot of no's, and the rejection really touches on your heart, and you're like, damn. But what I'm offering them is a change that can really impact and influence their life in a very positive way. Why do I feel so hurt when I get rejected? And usually when you go back to think about it, it's because we're taking it personal. We're looking at the no as if the person is saying no to us. But the truth of the matter is, they're saying no to the opportunity. They're saying no to the accountability. They're saying no to your partnership offer. That means that they're not ready yet. So in your mind, and this is coming from Stephen Furtick's, the podcast of Don't Ask, he says, whenever you hear a no, replace it with next. And it may sound cold, but it helps kind of like not focus so much on that present no, but think of who else needs you. Who else needs your opportunity? Who else needs you to show up in your best version and offer them the solutions that you have at hand? Because right now, that's what has me comforted. Like, I know that I know with every bone in my body, with every cell of blood that runs through me, that what we offer to people will, for 100%, change their outlook in life, will change their performance in health and in their mindset and in their relationships, because your whole self is impacted by just saying yes to you. And I'm 100% believing that. So I confidently go out there and invite others, knowing that if they say no, they're not saying no to me. They're saying no to the opportunity that I'm offering them. They're saying no to the solution that I'm offering. And here is where our mindset has to shift, because it's not personal. That person that said no to you is not assigned to you this moment. Let it go. Don't hold on to it. Don't be like, well, now what am I going to do? Because now that person said no to me. These other people said no to me. And now my goals go down the drain. Your goals don't depend on that person saying no to you, because there's millions of other humans in the world who need what you have. But if you stop at that no and don't think next, you're not going to get to those other million of humans that need you. So instead of taking it personal, get in question mode. Get in, what can I do to attract more people who can accept my offer? And always point it back to, what can you do to grow? What can you do to improve? What can you do to expand? Because if you're still stuck on your circle, it's not going to happen. You have to go out of that circle. If you're still waiting for people to come to you, it's not going to happen. You have to go and do something out of your comfort zone and go get what it is you want for you. So don't take it personal. Think of next. What can I do? How can I grow? How can I improve? And then, do you have permission? Do you have permission to ask somebody to join you in an opportunity if you have not given enough? Or are you only giving expecting to sell? Are you only sharing about your fitness, your Shakeology, your community because you expect somebody to be sparked and be like, yay, I want that? Or are you willing to truly give from a place of your gifts, from a place of love, serve, and grow, like the virtual upline says? That's a whole different mindset of doing things, because now you're doing it from the center of who you are. You're doing it because you know that what you are as a whole, as a person, as a human, as a person who's just getting started on this journey, getting better through their nutrition, their mindset, their community, accountability, this extra source of income, the person who struggles with emotional eating, the person who has a child, the person who is looking to get married, the person, whatever describes you as being who you are, that you has so much to give that just doesn't come from a challenge pack box, or it doesn't come from a workout that you press play, or it doesn't come from a shake that you can blend. You have a lot more that has been given to you, but are you giving of that? And I know that I may be going too deep and speaking too much, but a lot of people are very quick to judge and point fingers at the person who is brave enough to share their life out loud, because they see that person as being vocal, and then they feel like the right to pinpoint on what that person is doing. But my question to you is, if you go back to your own media of social media platforms, are you actually serving your audience? Are you giving them more than what they're coming to get? Because they came to find you because you were yourself. Like you were a woman who was looking to get improvement in their health and their fitness and their mindset, but they also connected with you because you probably have a child, or you probably cook, or you probably share faithful quotes, or you probably show up with different dances, or you have a different talent that if you take away the fitness aspect of you, you have a human side to you, one that has opinions, one that is willing to disagree respectfully with somebody else. But we put up this facade on, no, I'm only going to talk about my offer. And if you're not with me on the offer, then I have nothing else to say. And that's wrong, because we're not here as, let's just sell a personal challenge pack. We're here to connect and make those divine connections. I have made friends with people on social media that have never purchased a challenge pack from me, but they connect me with other people who will purchase a challenge pack from me. But I am willing to go into the conversation and make those relationships, connections, and speak from a woman to woman, from a person to person. So yes, some of us have slowed down on our goals. Some of us have moved back and decided, you know what, this is not for me. But my question to you is, how much are you putting yourself in the shoes of the service that you provide? Are you truly putting other people's needs in front of your own? Are you putting them before your ego, or before the idea that you need to have all the answers before you go out there and share? Because I'm going to be honest with you, we are each equipped with a specific set of gifts that if we put them to good use, they're going to multiply and come back to us double fold. But we have to scrap off the idea that they have to be under a certain standard or expectations and they have to fit this stupid box. Because we have to think outside the box. And that's where we're going to stand out. And until we don't do that, we're not going to see progress. And it's okay if you want to go around in the same circle and stay there. But I don't want to. And I'm sharing that with you so that together we can get out of that circle. And finally, in our challenge group, there was a few posts that were going up, and I shared a few that would lead towards words that motivate and encourage us on days in which we don't feel encouraged. And to me, those words are persistence and consistency. I don't know about you, but if you had nothing else built upon you during these difficult seasons of life, if you can build the discipline to show up even when you don't want to, life is going to change for you. If you can show up to the people you promised that you were going to show up to, whether you feel like it or not, you're going to have a shift. And it's not being a hypocrite. It's actually deciding that it's okay if I don't have my hair done. It's okay if I actually haven't taken a shower. It's okay if I have to come here and share with you a message that I got from my personal growth today because I have to speak it to you. It's okay if I'm going to send you a voice note because I'm so busy I can't sit down to write it down. And I will tell you that. It's okay if instead of talking to you through chat, I will go live in the little chat and speak to you because you are important to me. So decide on what are those words that are going to motivate you to show up when things go wrong, when things go left side, when you don't want to really do shit because you feel like you just want to give up and you want to hide under a rock and wait until the month is over so that you can come back and be alive again. That was me in the month of September. I just wanted it to be over, but I couldn't afford to stay absent and shut down my world. Why? Because my kids needed me on my feet. My husband needed me on my feet. My business needed me on my feet. My challenge group needed me on my feet. And actually my health needed me on my feet. Because movement brings action. And action promotes healing. And it changes a lot of things and makes you move into progress. And finally, and this is where this came from the National Wake Up Call, where she said, you know, sometimes we lack belief and we lack speaking about what we have because we're not really clear on what it is that we have received from this opportunity. So I started off sharing with you that decide on what type of coach you are, but then go back to the actual National Wake Up Call where she speaks about the confidence solution. And she says, you know, genuinely share with others how this opportunity has changed your life. And maybe that's why I speak with conviction, because I have felt it in my flesh and in my bones and in my family and in my life. When I look back and think of who I was before this journey started, I am personally disgusted at myself. And then I look at today at my present self and I'm proud because I may not be where I intend to be. I may not have been 8 years a coach and I don't have all of the accolades to put under my name, but I haven't quit. And that's something that I can pat myself on the back because when things get hard, instead of turning my back over the hard, I'm like, okay, well, which way are we going to cross? Because I'm not turning back. We got to figure it out. So instead of turning back, figure it out, that is an attitude that has come from this opportunity. I was a very negative Nelly. I was very pessimistic. I was so overwhelmed with life and everything falling on top of me until I said, forget it. If I'm no longer available, then there is no life to have. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put myself first. And I learned to practice that. And I can speak to other people about just giving themselves the gift of themselves for 20 to 30 minutes a day. And that will change their life for the rest of their life. So think about 1 to 3 ways in which this opportunity has impacted your life in a positive way. And focus on that. Focus on sharing that gift. Focus on sharing what you have received and let other people feel your passion for this. And guess what? It may not come as a reward in your bank account, but you will get a message from somebody who will thank you because you helped them make a change in their life. And now they can look back and be grateful that they actually took the step. And you know what else is going to happen? You're going to impact the whole family behind that person. Because usually this business is built on women. And when you help one woman change her life, you have impacted the life of her children, the life of her parents, the life of her husband or her partner. You have impacted in a positive way somebody else. And that may not come in money or in dollar signs, but it will come in other ways that have no value in the bank. So I'm not even going to ask you to think about what are your goals for October, because I know that a lot of you, we put out the idea that we would like for you to write down what are your goals, but get clear on what type of coach you are. What does this opportunity mean to you? And how can you share it with more people from a heart perspective? Not from a sales point of view, but from a heart purpose. From like, I'm going to do this because it served me a purpose, and I can't see my life if I don't share it with that person. And that, my friends, that is where you will learn to detach yourself from the outcome. Because no matter how many leaves fall off the tree, how many people ghost you, how many people tell you no, you're standing on your firm foundation of who you are and what you stand behind and what you are in the purpose living for. And nothing will sway you. There will come seasons of growth and there will be seasons of drought. But guess where you will be? Persistently, consistently showing up. And I had to give you that because I feel it in my heart. It's been burning in my soul, and now I can go and work because I shared with you my thoughts. And I hope you can take it, put it to good use, let it bear fruit so that it is abundant in your life. I know that some of you are quiet, but I would love to hear back. You can message me. We can talk about it. I would like to hear what you have to say. Alrighty? Have a very, very amazing, fruitful October. Let it move you. Let it push you. But more importantly, let it guide you towards your God-given purpose in an abundant way. I love you all. Have a good one.